to another edition of Ask Michael Eline. This is where I teach people the law in an unorthodox manner by using examples that we see in the news, case law briefs, but it's all about exposing the Leviathan and its instrumentalities and taking back your rights. Know the law and mean to keep it well. Come here to learn from an expert to know your right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad to be able to talk to you right now. Hello, everybody out in California and Nevada. I just got back from the SHOT Show. I was hanging out with Dick Heller of DCV Heller. I was able to host him for a pretty solid week, cover a lot of territory with him about different cases that are coming up. As you know, I'm a personal injury attorney by trade. That's how I make my living. I help people with accidents and stuff. But what I do on my channel is separate from that. It's about things that I like, understanding natural law, the difference between natural law and the Leviathan and the competing interests, the right of self-defense and how that historically has been so important to families and people across the country and prior to us from ancient Scotland and beyond, everywhere. And so Dick and I were hanging out at the breakfast table, and he started showing me. So we've got Duncan v. Bonta, number 23-55805. That has to do with California's magazine ban. And then we have Miller v. Bonta, which is 23-2979. That's the assault weapons ban. And so attorney Chuck Michel, who's kicking butt on these cases, and he exposed some issues that it looks like one of the dissenting judges. So I've got a lot of territory to cover, but one of the dissenting judges in a Ninth Circuit case was really upset at how it looks like the Ninth Circuit, like the liberals, basically, for lack of a better word, in the Ninth Circuit, are sort of slow walking these cases, trying to find ways to come up with other reasons to not let people have their firearms rights, or have magazines like standard capacity magazines, which I think some of these judges call them large capacity, but it's just a standard capacity. Oh, you only need 10 rounds. Studies show you only need 10 rounds. Like, studies by who? So honestly, 10 rounds, and there's so much to talk about, but I want at least 30 rounds. You don't know what's going on out there. The reason why law enforcement carries more rounds, the same reason the military carries more rounds for a reason. So let's just move quickly, privates. So we have these two cases, and I want to play this video for you. This is going to blow your mind. I want you to just watch it. So this is one of the judges on the 3-judge panel. Let's just watch this really quick. I think that this is going to be really interesting to you to see what this judge says, so you can get an idea of who you're dealing with, who hears these cases. If you're somebody who understands firearms, you're going to really want to understand and watch this.
There's a lot of material in the record about other characteristics of the A-15. That's what we're talking
A-15.
about.
The AR-15 and generic AR platform rifles.
Which seem to say that they shoot faster and more aggressively, and
no different than any other
kinds of
semi-automatic centerfire rifle. Zero
munitions that they shoot are more
no
dangerous.
223 round.
Is that part of
5.56 round? It's
or part of the reason for regulating them?
Yes, it is. The capabilities that California is regulating, the particular types of accessories and features, don't only enable semi-automatic fire. It's sustained, rapid semi-automatic fire. And if the court looks at the AR platform rifle, for example, the type of ammunition it fires, 223 Remington or 5.56 NATO rounds, which are designed to tumble and cavitate on impact with a human being. The muzzle velocity.
Let me ask you this, counsel. Let's assume that you're
they're
right.
designed to shoot game
in,
and other things, not
step
just people.
one of the Bruin analysis, we do look at the common use for self.
So here we have the court. God bless the court, calling it an A-15, and then there's other areas where the court seems to confuse assault weapon with machine gun. I want to be able to educate the court. So I'm trying to help you if you're going to be arguing a case before the Ninth Circuit. I encourage you to watch this. This is posted on YouTube, and I'm going to put a link in the description on my YouTube channel for anybody who's watching this. But just take a look at this.
Within that line drawing problem, we put assault weapons.
So on page 622 of the Heller opinion, the court focused on the character of the weapon, or the type of weapon being regulated. And later in the opinion, the court discussed the characteristics of the handgun that made the handgun the quintessential self-defense weapon. But the court also contrasted that with M16 rifles and the like, which the court found to be, the court determined it would be a startling interpretation of the Second Amendment if the operative clause were extended to protect those types of weapons. So the evidence here shows that AR platform rifles, AK platform rifles, and...
So let me try to explain what this guy's trying to do, because everything he's saying is ridiculous. What's going on here is there's a U.S. Supreme Court case, the Miller case, that talks about as citizens, we're entitled to standard military equipment. That would, in fact, mean that we're entitled to military style rifles. In service of the militia is also part of a lawful purpose. So that being the case, I don't even really understand these arguments. We shouldn't even be having them. So I'm an expert on this. This is totally wrong and shouldn't even be an argument. But unfortunately it is. But let's just keep listening.
Other regulated assault weapon configurations have the same military pedigree, the same combat functionality.
Well, that's good. That's what we want. You want to be able to have a weapons platform that's going to give you the ability to defend yourself. Remember, our Constitution prohibits a standing army for more than 2 years. That's why there's an appropriations bill to refund it. Our founding fathers were very keen on the idea that we should be able to defend ourselves. So I submit to you one last time, everybody, that it's up to us to teach each other to love one another and not be running around causing harm to each other, and hold your firearms sacrosanct to be able to defend yourself, your wife, your family, so forth, even your country if it's invaded by foreigners. You have that unalienable natural right under natural law to do that. So let's keep listening.
To enable people.
So does it matter that there's 24+ million assault weapons out there?
So again, there's that term assault weapon. So assault weapon was made up by the California legislature. It really has no place here in this conversation, other than the fact that there's a penal code section that defines it. So let me just kind of quickly sort of give you an understanding of what it defines as an assault weapon. So this looks to be sort of like an AR style platform. It's got the upper and lower, but the lower's got a 9mm magazine. So that probably would not be considered an assault weapon because it doesn't have the bird cage forward comp. It has just a different type of comp. It doesn't have... Now, if that stock is collapsible in California, who knows? They could try to say it is. But okay, so you get the idea. It's black. It's got a pistol grip. That might look like an assault rifle to you. Okay, that's not. That's just like a standard hunting rifle. That's an M14. So this M14, or an M1A1 if it's civilian use, this particular firearm is what my dad used when he first got to Vietnam. And it fires a big 7.62 NATO ball round, which can do a lot of damage. I think it fires the same round as this one. So just so you can understand. So they both fire the same round. This one can fire it faster. I think this is like a 14-round mag, if I'm not mistaken. You can drop mags. There's a little thumb switch right there. You drop that mag so you can reload quickly. This was a great weapon. It would go through trees and stuff, whereas this more traditional AR platform